Battle through the firmament. Grand world. Chapter 385 Entering again. Phew. Xiaoyan let out a sigh of relief as he looked at Ran Hong standing in front of him. Flames danced in his eyes, and crimson gold flames circulated around his body, making him resemble a king of flames with ki soaring into the sky. This is my full strength, Xiaoyan said flatly. The origin monic ki surging around his body was scorching hot, igniting all the nearby plants and causing Ran Hong to suffocate. Truly powerful. Swallowing his saliva, Ran Hong wiped the sweat from his forehead and smiled. Xiaoyan's strength had far exceeded his imagination. Since that's the case, I won't look for trouble anymore. Smiling lightly, Ran Hong sighed slightly. After a moment of silence, he looked at Xiaoyan and said in a deep voice, I will leave the academy in a few days. You can stay here. Although I spend most of my time in the Elixir Association, I know the situation in the academy. It is not optimistic, so, the 4 academies competition will depend on you. Xiaoyan nodded silently. His reason for joining the 4 academies competition wasn't just for Yunlo Academy. It was also to find the person who framed Zuna. That was the most important point. Ran Hong smiled with relief and cupped his hands toward Xiaoyan. He had planned to leave long ago, and now, after witnessing Xiaoyan's strength, he had no more worries. With Mu Yuyang, Xiaoyan, 2 Saint rank trial participants, and Lin Dao, Xiaoyi, and Wu Xiaoqi, Yunlo Academy stood a real chance of achieving outstanding results in the competition. Xiaoyan is already so strong. Yuan Tianmu's eyes were filled with shock. After a long pause, he turned to Su Qingwu beside him and said bitterly, this fellow already has the strength to kill a Monic Emperor. Su Qingwu's pretty face was solemn as she nodded in agreement. All the students in Realm in Valley were at least peak Monic King, capable of fighting ordinary Monic Emperors. But killing one, that was nearly impossible. Xiaoyan had completely surpassed them. Wei Li groaned weakly and slumped onto a stone bench in frustration. Xiaoyan's rapid growth had dealt them a heavy blow. Unlike Wu Xiaoqi, who advanced from emperor to Monic Emperor due to inheriting an ancient expert's legacy, Xiaoyan's progress came purely through his own cultivation. The comparison was infuriating. This guy is pretty powerful. He's only a 5th Dao emperor. If he reaches my level, he might even fight an emperor cultivation warrior. Xiaoyan's ki startled Wu Xiaoqi. Her beautiful eyes widened in shock as she gazed at the heavenly peak where Xiaoyan and Ran Hong stood. If only he were really that strong. He'd definitely beat up the guys from the other academies, she whispered, her face breaking into a smile. As Ran Hong left, Xiaoyan's ki dissipated. He looked at his hands and sighed softly. If he couldn't resolve the issue with his cultivation technique in the illusory spirit space, no matter how strong he became, it would only be temporary. Shaking his head, Xiaoyan returned to Wu Xiaoqi's heavenly peak. The cultivation conditions here were the best in Realm in Valley, yet progress was agonizingly slow. After 3 months and nearly 100,000 spirit origin stones, he had only barely reached the mid-stage of the 5 Paths Emperor realm. After entering the illusory spirit space, do you still plan to go to the Wu Yin Meridian? Wu Xiaoqi suddenly asked. Xiaoyan didn't hide anything and nodded. If he wanted a place rich in origin ki, the old man at the Wu Yin Meridian was his only option. Can you bring me there? Wu Xiaoqi stared straight into Xiaoyan's eyes. Xiaoyan hesitated. Wu Xiaoqi had been unconscious when the old man appeared and knew nothing about the Blood Eye incident. He had a private deal with the old man and didn't want to implicate her. Seeing his hesitation, Wu Xiaoqi quickly added, don't worry. I won't disturb your cultivation. I just think it's closer to where Flame Lord died. If I'm lucky, I might gain some insights. If not, forget it. Xiaoyan smiled and shook his head. Of course, but there might be things there you can't accept. Really? Wu Xiaoqi's eyes curved into crescents as she snorted playfully. I've even seen Flame Lord. There's nothing I can't handle. Xiaoyan, don't worry. Even if something's wrong, I won't tell anyone. She winked mischievously before skipping away happily. Watching her childish behavior, Xiaoyan smiled wryly and sighed. Now, he had to focus entirely on the illusory spirit space. If he failed this time, the next opportunity wouldn't come for another year. Time he couldn't afford to waste. 3 days passed in a blink. When Su Jiang and the other elders arrived, all the students were ready. Hopes were high for this trip to the illusory spirit space. Xiaoyan spotted Wei Tong and Elder Wei behind Su Jiang. The latter smiled warmly at him, though inwardly, he was stunned. When he'd heard that Mu Yuyang and Xiaoyan were unharmed, and then learned of Luo Jun's death, it had been a thunderbolt. He couldn't fathom how Xiaoyan had ruined Luo Jun's meticulous plan. Regret gnawed at him, but he dared not reveal his involvement. Su Jiang would kill him on the spot. Don't pin all your hopes on the illusory spirit space, Su Jiang said coldly. Those who inherit ancient expert legacies are few. The 4 academies competition rewards strength, not luck. Wu Shaoqi muttered, we'll grow stronger once we're inside. Among those present, only a monarch emperor like her could answer Su Jiang so boldly. Lin Dao remained expressionless, as if he hadn't even heard. I hope so, Su Jiang snorted before leading the way into the sky. The elders formed a strange formation, the combined origin monarch key tearing open a pitch-black spatial crack. Swoosh! Without waiting for orders, Lin Dao charged in first. This was the closest Yunlo Academy had come in years. The others followed. Xiaoyan and Wu Shaoqi exchanged glances before darting into the crack. They had already agreed to meet at the Wu Yin Meridian. With only 15 days, there was no time to waste. Swoosh! In a flash, Xiaoyan landed on the ground, the familiar misty fog of the illusory spirit space stretching before him. He had returned. Chapter end. Please guys like, comment, share, and subscribe.